Playboy Playmate Karen McDougal says she was paid off to stay silent by an associate of President Donald Trump. McDougal claims she had an affair with Mr. Trump in 2006. And in a lawsuit filed today, McDougal says A.M.I, the company that owns the National Inquirer and whose chief executive is a friend of President Trump's, paid her $150,000 to keep her story secret. McDougal claims the agreement is invalid because the media company and her lawyer at the time misled her about the deal. And the parallels are striking to Stormy Daniels, her attorney releasing this photo today, which he says shows the adult film actress taking a lie detector test in 2011. NBC News has obtained the polygraph report, which shows the examiner determined she was truthful. Michael Avenatti telling NBC News they paid $25,000 for the video.
We caught wind of the fact that there were a number of third parties, some in the mainstream media, that were attempting to purchase the video and the file for use in what I will describe as nefarious activities.
The exam was requested by Life and Style magazine, which interviewed Daniels about her alleged 2006 affair with Mr. Trump. When Daniels was asked if she had unprotected sex with Donald Trump, she answered yes. The White House has repeatedly called those claims false.
He's denied all of these allegations.
And in a third case, a defamation battle by former Apprentice contestant Summer Zervos, today a New York judge ruled the case can go forward and denied the Trump lawyer's request for immunity. Mr. Trump's lawyers had argued he deserved immunity for being commander-in-chief. Zervos says Mr. Trump groped her in 2007. As a candidate, Trump repeatedly denied her claims and those of other women who accused him of misconduct.
They are all false. They're totally invented, fiction, all.
No word from the White House tonight, but Stormy Daniels is tweeting saying the president lied about their relationship, bullied her, broke laws, and she insists, quote, "I'm not going anywhere." And a controversy of a very different kind. The president getting criticized for congratulating Russian President Vladimir Putin on his re-election that many say was fraudulent and for failing to press Putin on election meddling.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.